Alright, welcome to Batman the Video Game. This is a childhood favorite of mine, more of a teenage favorite of mine, but I don't know if that would have been weird if I wrote my favorite teenage game. I don't know. I was about, I think, 13, when I got this one, but we'll start a little history here. This is a 1990 release that was published by Sunsoft and inspired by the Warner Brothers 1989 film when Batmania was sweeping the nation. Batman t-shirts, Batman cereal, anything Batman. There was like just, if you could think of it, they put Batman symbol on it. It was just nuts. But with that came a ton of games. Some were good, some were just god-awful. But this was one of the better ones. I think this was actually one of the best ones, honestly. This was a side-scrolling platformer, which you can see here, and different than normal Batman techniques here. You can see he's using a weapon, so Batman has decided to shoot people instead of using his fists. And then with the weapon, you also get various upgrades too, which is kind of cool. It makes a gun even stronger, shoots farther. It's temporary though; they do wear off. You do though get different varieties, so that does help. And the platform elements here, right away, I think you can tell this is very much like Super Mario Land, with the blocks and the jumping and how small Batman is. That might have been maybe something that people didn't like when they first saw it, but once you get to play it, you'll realize it's an incredible game. It plays very well. So, and then yeah, also similar to Super Mario Land. In Super Mario Land, you have vehicles that Mario can pilot during the game. Same here, you have the Batwing that you can fly, and I believe it's a couple levels. Yeah, I think it's a pretty fantastic game. We'll cover the levels here. We're in the first one, which is Gotham City. You can see Batman here fighting his way through numerous henchmen to get to the Axis Chemical Factory, which then would be the Axis Chemical Factory. That's the next level. Batman infiltrates the Axis Chemical Factory, and he'll be fighting Jack Napier's henchmen. Then that builds up to Batman versus Jack. Batman has a one-on-one fight with Jack Napier. Batman knocks Napier into the vat of chemicals, transforming him into the Joker. That'll eventually lead you into Gotham City, where Batman fights his way through numerous Joker's henchmen to get to the Flugelheim Museum. And in the Flugelheim Museum, you will fight your way through numerous Joker henchmen and machines in the museum. Then you'll take to the skies in the Batwing stage. Batman piloting the Batwing must shoot the Joker's helicopters, planes, and flying machines. You'll see too, as the vid progresses, you can also shoot from the rear of the aircraft, so if you hold down both buttons, you can just shoot forward and back the whole time. So really it's just all about dodging. I did die, I believe, a few times in the clip, but that's how it goes when I make these videos, because I'm playing them as I'm recording them, and you get to see it just raw with no edits, no heroics, just me trying to be a good gamer, which isn't always the case, I'm afraid, everyone. So after the Batwing stage, you'll find yourself in Gotham Cathedral. Batman will fight his way through numerous Joker's henchmen to get to where the Joker is hiding, which will lead you to the final Batman vs. Joker showdown, and then complete the game. I almost completed the game actually in this clip. I got pretty far up to the Batwing stage, but then I kind of just thought that was enough. Videos don't need to be longer than 9 or 10 minutes these days, and even if they are, most people just sort of fast forward through them anyways. So yeah, I'm trying to keep these one game, one vid Tuesdays pretty short for everyone. So why this game means so much to me? Well, I'll tell you. When I first got the Game Boy, when it was first released, I actually didn't get it then. I got it a little ways later, as we didn't have a lot of money growing up. And it wasn't because we were poor or anything, it's just money was tight. It was just the way it was. My dad worked, my mom worked, and we didn't go without, so that's for sure. So a Game Boy was more of a luxury back then. It wasn't something that I had to have. But when I got it, it was an amazing, amazing gesture from my mom. I remember her handing it to me, and I couldn't believe that I actually got the Game Boy. And with the pack in Tetris, that game had to last me for a very, very long time. So I became quite the Tetris master. I would play Tetris just hours on end. It was the only game I had for a very long time, and I became quite good at it to the point where I annihilated it. I mean, just beat it every way I could. So then when I was able to finally get a game from my folks, when they could finally, purchase a game for me for the system, I chose Batman. At the time, like I said, Batman was huge. I mean, I remember having a Batman t-shirt, excited for the Batman movie. It was just an incredible time, honestly. And so I picked this one, and this was also the first video game that I would ever beat, and would start, I guess what you would call like your gaming love. I wouldn't call it a career because no one's paying you to play games. So, but you know what I'm saying though. This is what started it all off right here. This game is very impacting for me. The Game Boy is very impacting for me, and why when I had a popular Facebook gaming page, why the Game Boy was the symbol. And why it kind of is a symbol now when you look on the YouTube channel up on my banner. There's like a kind of a replica type Game Boy. It's not officially a Game Boy, but so I don't want to be sued or maybe taken down again like Facebook took me down. But so yeah, that is why this is my favorite childhood game, and I was really happy to share this with everyone. And yeah, I'm gonna let this play out. We've got a little more footage. At this point, it's probably where a lot of people will fast forward to the end, so enjoy it if you don't, and I'm sure I'll pop in with some more little tidbits of stupidity here and there to try to make you laugh maybe. There's old Jack. I was definitely trying to beat him first go, and I did. See, I'm not always terrible at games. I don't know what he's doing with his hands there. It's come hug me. Oh, it's also really good music too, I think, in this. It's got very fast-paced, upbeat music. Kind of makes you energized, superhero-wise. A lot of the Sunsoft members who worked on the NES title also worked on this one. In addition to shooting batarangs, when you upgrade your weapon, you do have these batarang, kind of like a force field. I think 3 might be the max you can have around you at once. It might be 4. I've never made it that far though. I usually get hit and then I'm only down to like 2 or 3 anyway, so. But these will go through walls and barriers and such, so you can actually attack people with it too. But they won't help you from dying right there. So. Yes, here we go, the Batwing stage. Really excited for you all to see this. They're just, I don't know, it's a pretty, like I said, it's a pretty great game, and it has a lot of variety to it, and very reminiscent of Super Mario Land, so. Yeah, I totally forgot to shoot from the back of the aircraft there, so I think this might be where I buy it eventually, and then I have to start over. Oh yeah, it's coming. Look how hard I'm working when I could have just been shooting those helicopters. There we go. There, I finally figured it out. This will get us to the end here. I didn't beat this boss, but hey everyone though, thanks for watching as usual, and we'll see you on the next vid.